Hello, hello, Pete's Packs here, and we're back with another foreign grab bag. This is number 7. Let's see what we get. We have Rivals of Ixalan in Japanese, Spanish Theros, German Eldritch Moon, Chinese 2015, Japanese Journey into Nyx, Chinese Theros, Russian Eldritch Moon, Korean Rivals of Ixalan. We have Japanese Hour of Devastation, French M2015, Chinese M2015, or M15, and Korean Eldritch Moon. So fairly consistent with what we've had in the last few grab bags. So with that, let's get started. Okay. Start off with Spanish Theros. Pro Tour Theros. Ooh. Artifact Enchantment Golem. I don't think I've ever seen that token before. That's a neat one. Let's see. Disciplina de Nylea, that's Disciple of Nylea. Stolio de Latigo, that's... Target creature gets -4/-4 till end of turn. Let's see, 94. That is Lash of the Whip. 29. That is Setessan Battle Priest. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, gain 2 life. That is Traveler's Amulet. Sack to search your library for a land, put it into your hand. Let's see, 105. That is Scourge Mark. It enters the battlefield, draw a card. Enchanted creature gets +1/+0. 50. That is Griptide. Target creature on top of its owner's library as an instant. Satiro Hedonista. Hedonistic Satyr. Red, sack it, add 3 to your mana pool. Excursionista. Satiro. Arroya. It's Satyr Excursionist, and it has haste, I believe. Let's see, 139. Satyr Rambler. It has trample. Wow, I'm very good at this. Let's see, 23. That is Leonin Snarecaster. When enters the battlefield, you may tap target creature. That's Feral Invocation. Has flash. Enchant creature gets +2/+2. It's an enchantment. That's Chronicler of Heroes. I'm pretty sure when it comes into play, you can put a +1/+1 counter on your creature. Chronicler of Heroes. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card if you control a creature with +1/+1 counter on it. Okay. That is Dissipate. Pretty sure that's Dissipate. Let's see, 47. Dissolve. Oh, come on. Counter target spell, scry 1. That's no fun. Let's see, 215. That is Flamecast Wheel. 5 second, deal 3 damage to target creature. Okay. Hey, Temple of Mystery. Templo de Mysterio. And Isla. Alright, Chinese service. That's cool. Forgot about mtgmerch.com. Used to be a website. It's Merchant's Boots? Or Messenger's Boots, I think? Fleet Feather Sandals. Yeah, not even close. The creature has flying and haste. Equip 2. Oh, it's actually pretty good. 25. That is Ill-Tempered Cyclops. Trample Monstrosity 3 for 6. It's Journey's End, I think. Yep, Journey's End. Return target creature to its owner's hand. Scry 1. 104. That is Returned Phalanx. Defender. 1 in a blue returned Phalanx can attack this turn so it didn't have Defender. 44. That is Coastline Chimera. 1 a white. It can block an additional creature this turn. It's flying. 100 is Farika's Cure. 2 damage to target creature. You gain 2 life. As an instant. 156. That is Defend the Hearth. Prevent all damage that would be dealt to players this turn. Fog. Prevent all combat damage that would be dealt to players this turn. That's Lena and Snarecaster. Had that in the last pack. 134. Priest of Ironis. Or Iroas. 3 and a white, sacrifice it, destroy target enchantment. 2. We have Rescue from the Underworld. It's an additional cost to cast it. Sacrifice a creature, choose target creature in your graveyard, return that card, and the sacrifice card to the battlefield under your control at the beginning of your next upkeep. Exile Rescue from the Underworld. It's pretty cool. And it's an instant. Let's see. 136. It is Perforos's Emissary. 3 and a red for 3/3 that can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Should have just given it Menace, but I don't think Menace was an evergreen keyword yet. Was it? I don't remember. And it has Bestow for 6 and a red. Enchanted creature gets +3/+3 and can't be blocked except by 2 or more creatures. Yep. Let's see, 222. That is Witch's Eye. Equip creature has 1 and tap, scry 1, equip 1. Ooh, got a mythic. 96. I know I've seen this card before, but I cannot remember what it's called. Metamai the Ageless. Flying. When it deals combat damage to a player, take an extra turn after this one. Metamai the Ageless can't attack during extra turns. Wow. That is Awesome. And then we have a Chronicler of Heroes foil. Very nice. And a Swamp. Alright, on to Journey into Nyx. Oh, Randomized actually a couple bucks. Pretty cool. Alright, Japanese Journey into Nyx. Nice. Alright, we have an ad card. Lanes. 82. That is Silence the Believers. 2 black, Strive. It costs 2 and a black more to cast for each target beyond the first. Exile any number of target creatures and all auras attached to them. Very nice. 4, that is Sightless Brawler. Can't attack alone. Bestow for 5, and then +3/+2, and can't attack alone. Alright, 55. That is Brighton Cavalry. Heroic. Whenever you cast a spell that targets it, return target enchantment to its owner's hand. 84. That is Squelching Leeches. Power and toughness equal to the number of swamps you control. That is Magma Spray. Pretty sure. 1 of 3. Magma Spray, yep. 2 damage to target creature. If it would die, exile it instead. 67. That is Dreadbringer Lampads. Constellation, whenever it or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gains Intimidate until end of turn. 136, that is Ravenous Lucro Coda. Vigilance 6 and a red, or 6 and a green, Monstrosity 3. Should remember this card, but I never do for some reason. That is Oresco Swiftclaw, Vanilla 3/1. 95. It's Flame Speaker's Will. Enchant creature you control, it gets +1/+1. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice it. If you do, destroy target artifact. Sacrifice this enchantment. 34. That is Ferris Band Thunderhoof. Heroic, whenever you cast a spell that targets it, put 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Wow. Get very big very quickly. 79. It is Returned Reveler. When it dies, each player puts the top 3 cards of his or her library into their graveyard. So when it dies, each player mills 3. 30. It is Aerial Formation. Strive for 2 and a blue. Any number of target creatures gets +1/+1 against flying until end of turn. 17. Mortal Obstinacy. Let's see. Enchant creature you control, it gets +1/+1. Whenever it deals combat damage to a player, you may sacrifice Mortal Obstinacy. If you do, destroy target enchantment. But that was really good in Theros. We have 63. Cast into Darkness. Enchant creature. It's -2, -0, and can't block. Alright, on to M15. This is our French pack. I want to open this one carefully because I don't think we have this wrapper yet. Ooh, get a good clean pull on that. Have a spirit token. Very nice. It's encrust. Enchant artifact or creature. Tap it doesn't untap during its controller's next step. Heliod's Pilgrim comes into place. Search your library for a enchantment. Put it onto the battlefield. Attached to Heliod's Pilgrim, if I remember correctly. Let's see, 130. That is Blastfire Bolt. 5 damage to target creature. Destroy all equipment attached to it. Razorwing Griffin. That's flying and first strike. 27. Razorfoot Griffin. Flying and first strike. 77. That is Research Assistant. You get a loot for 3 and a blue. Let's see, 186. Netcaster Spider. Oh, okay. Reach, whenever it blocks a creature flying, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. It's Zoff Shade, +2/+2 for 3 mana. It's a creature that you can pump for 3 mana. 207. That is Vineweft. Enchant creature, it gets +1/+1. You can pay 4 and a green to return Vineweft from your graveyard to your hand. Nightcap Vampire? Or Nightcape Vampire? I think. Vampire Umbra Cape. Umbra Cape. 113. Shadow Cloak Vampire. Okay. Pay 2 life, it gets flying until end of turn. Alright. Cone of Flame. Deal 1 damage to target creature, deal 2 damage to another target creature, deal 3 damage to another target creature. Ooh. Darksteel Citadel. Indestructible artifact land. Taps for colorless. Very nice. Let's see. 121. That's Wall of Limbs. Ooh. Whenever you gain life, put a +1/+1 counter on it. Sacrifice it. There's 7 and sacrifice it. Target player loses X life. Or X's Wall of Limbs power. Either spouts. That's cool. Let's put any number of attacking creatures on top of their owner's library, if I remember correctly. For each attacking creature, its owner puts it on top or bottom of his or her library. Yeah, that's a good one. 132. That is Broodkeeper. Whenever an aura becomes attached to Broodkeeper, put a 2/2 red dragon creature token with flying onto the battlefield with tap. This creature gets +1/+0 till end of turn, and it's a foil. And a for it. Very nice. That was a good pack. That was a real good pack. Alright. In these ones, we started off with Lightning Strike. Nice. There's Razorfoot Griffin. Flying First Strike. Let's see, 84. That is Welkin Turn. Flying, can only block creatures with flying. It's Plummet. 91. That is Covenant of Blood. Convoke. 6 damage to target creature or player, and you gain 4 life. Oh, wait. Stoke the Flames can be in this set, if I remember correctly. That's Oreskos, Lightfoot. Negate. We all know what Negate does. It's Scrapyard Scrounger, I think. And 60 Scrapyard Mongrel. As long as you control an artifact, it gets +2/+0 and has trample. 24. Pillar of Light. Exile target creature with toughness 4 or greater. Hydro Surge? Remember correctly? Yep, Hydro Surge. -5, -0 till end of turn. Target creature gets -5, -0 till end of turn. 50, that is Diffusion Sliver. Whenever a creature you control, or a sliver creature you control becomes a target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, counter that spell or ability unless this controller pays 2. This in new templating would be Ward 2. Let's see, 94. Endless Obedience. Put target creature from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. Convoke. 106. Necrogen Scuddler. Enters the battlefield, you lose 3 life. Flying. Oh, what is this? Oh, it's designed by Marcus Pearson, or Pearson. Let's see, 127. It's aggressive mining. You can't play lands. Sacrifice a land, draw 2 cards, activate this ability only once each turn. That's neat. It's not very good, but it's neat. I mean, it could be good. It just depends on if you have the right thing to do it. Swamp and a soldier token. Cool. Alright, now our next pack. That's the Welkin. Just had one of those. Can only block creatures with flying, and it has flying. Let's see, 138. It's Crowd's Favor. Convoke. Target creature gets +1/+0, and first strike until end of turn. That's the one that untaps everything when it comes into play, if I remember correctly. Midnight Guard. Yep. Whenever another creature enters the battlefield, untap it. It's a fun one. Has some combos. All that good stuff. Let's see. Not quite as good as the one that untaps everything when it comes into play, but that one actually also has some combos. Oh, let's see, 179. That is Hunt the Weak. Put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control, then it fights a creature you don't control. Let's see, 85. That is a Cursed Spirit. Intimidate. Faithmender. Tap, gain a life. Remember correctly. Let's see, 35. Soulmender, but it does tap to gain a life. Yeah. That's Divination. Draw 2 cards as a sorcery for 3 mana. This is tap, add 2 colorless to your mana pool, spend it only on creatures. I think it's Furnace Spirit. 143. Generator Servant. Yeah, add 2 mana to your mana pool. If it's tap and sacrifice it. I always forget that's a sacrifice. Add 2 to your mana pool. If that's spent to cast a creature spell, it gains haste until end of turn. Okay, so not quite what I thought. Raise the alarm, instant, put 2 1/1 soldiers into play. The counter spell, and you draw a card, I think. 179, Statute of Denial. Counter target spell if you control a blue creature, loot. Okay. Let's see. This is something Gargoyle. 216, Gargoyle Sentinel. Oh. Defender, 3 mana until end of turn. It loses Defender and gains Flying. 3/3. This was used in mono green aggro. I'm trying to remember. I can't remember the name of it. Roaring Primadox. At the beginning of your upkeep, return a creature you control to its owner's hand. It's 4/4/4. That is actually really important because this just got a reprint. This is Stoke the Flames. 4 damage to target creature, or to any target. It has Convoke. 164. Yep, it is Stoke the Flames. Convoke, 4 damage to target creature or player. Heck yeah, I think it's actually been eroded to be any target. Let's see, 46. That is Chasm Skulker. Whenever you draw a card, put +1/+1 counter on it. When it dies, put X 1/1 blue squid tokens with Island Walk onto the battlefield, where X is the number of +1/+1 counters on it. Nice. An island. And ye old ad card. Back when Wizards actually cared about FNM. Yeah, Stoke the Flames. Chinese, nice. Alright, let's get our Eldritch Moon on. Start with the German one. Eldritch Moon. Eldritch Moon. Okay. That's something cultist. Exultant cultist. When it dies, you draw a card. Let's see, 105. That is Strange Augmentation. +1/+1. It's +2/+2 as long as you have Delirium. That is Contingency Plan. Like your top 5. Put any number in your graveyard, put the rest on top of your library in any order. 77. That is Tattered Haunter. Flying, can only block creatures with flying. 2/1. Let's see, 30. That is Guardian of Pilgrims. Target creature gets +1/+1. When it enters the battlefield, target creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. Is Wolfkin Bond? Equipped creature gets +2/+2. When the equipped creature would die, or no, when Wolfkin Bond comes into play, create a 2/2. Let's see, 178. It is Wolfkin Bond. That when it comes into play, create a 2/2. Equipped creature gets +2/+2. Nice. Let's see. Between 2 Brazen Wolves. When it attacks, gets +2/+0 till end of turn. Spectral Reserve. It's sorcery. Create 2 1/1s. 1/1 flying spirit tokens gain 2 life. Huntmaster's something. Huntmaster's Grit, I think it is. +3/+0 and trample into end of turn. Let's see, 179. Woodcutter's Grit. +3/+3 and hexproof. Okay. Close. Very close. Let's see, 33. That is Lone Rider. First strike, lifelink. This card was nuts. And I mean nuts in sealed and in draft. It's first strike, lifelink, 1/1. At the beginning of your end step, if you gained 3 or more life this turn, transform Lone Rider. It's super easy to do in this set. Then it becomes it that rides as 1. And that the art on this card is just creepy as hell. But it has first strike, trample, lifelink, and it's 4/4. And that card was just bonkers. Let's see, 27. Geist of the Lonely Vigil. Geist of the Lonely Vigil. Defender of Flying, 2/3. Delirium. It can attack as though it didn't have Delirium. Or as though it didn't have Defender. Das Labor Durchforsten. 73. Scour the Laboratory. Instant Delirium. It costs 2 less if you have 4 more card types in your graveyard. Draw 3 cards. Let's see, 110. Vampire Cutthroat. Skulk Lifelink. 1/1. Oh, this card was played a lot in Standard. 75. Geez, why can't I remember? Summary Dismissal. Exile all other spells and counter all abilities. Holy crap, that card was so much fun. Well, I mean, for me. Flip card and a Geist. We have a Geist. All right, Russian time. Russian packs. You know, Russian used to be really sought after as far as packs go. They were really hard to get your hands on, at least in my area. Let's see, Wailing Ghoul. There's a battlefield, put the top 2 library in graveyard. Hushwing, not Hushwing, something Griff. Wretched Griff. That's it. Sees quite a bit of play in Pauper. When it comes or when you cast it, you draw a card. It's 3/4 flyer with Emerge for 6. Card I really like. 105. Let's see. Strange Augmentation. Got that one in the last pack. That is something Wolves. Gets +2/+0 when it attacks. Brazen Wolves, that's it. This is another Emerged creature. This one was a lot of fun. Is It of the Horrid Swarm. When you cast it, you create 2 1/1 green insect creature tokens. And it has Emerge for 7. That was a fun card. 26, that is Fiendbinder. Fiendbinder. When it attacks, tap target creature defending player controls. 151. Let's see. Bloodbriar. Whenever you sacrifice another permanent, put a +1/+1 counter on it. It's a 2/3 for 3. Let's see. 129. That is Galvanic Bombardment. X damage to target creature where X is 2 plus the number of cards named Galvanic Bombardment in your graveyard. That's the flip card from before. That card is absolutely nutter butters. Very good. As first strike lifelink, if you deal 3 or more, or if you gain 3 or more life in a turn, you flip it, and then it has first strike lifelink trample, and it becomes 4/4. This grows temporarily whenever creatures come into play. 161. It's a Hamlet Captain. Whenever it attacks or blocks other humans you control, get +1/+1 till end of turn. Yeah, I forgot that. It's Ride Down, I believe. 188. Ride Down. Yep. Destroy target blocking creature. Creatures that were blocked by that creature this turn gain trample until end of turn. Let's see, 140. That is Savage Alliance. Escalate for 1. Choose 1 or more creatures target player controls gain trample until end of turn. Deal 2 damage to target creature or deal 1 damage to each creature target opponent controls. Wow. That's really... I forgot how good that was. And this is a card that's complete ass, if I remember correctly. Let's see, it's 199. Soul Separator. Yeah, this card is terrible. 3 mana artifact, 5 and tap. Sacrifice it. Exile target creature card from your graveyard. Put a token onto the battlefield that's a copy of it, except it's a 1/1. Spirit in addition to its other types. It has flying. Put a black zombie creature token onto the battlefield with power equal to that card's power and toughness equal to that card's toughness. Yeah, this card's dumb. It's not good. And then, ooh, foil Russian Forest. That's cool. And a soldier token. Nice. Alright, on to our Korean pack. These are my favorite. See, Spring Sage Ritual. Destroy target artifact or enchantment, gain 4 life. Galvanic Bombardment. We just got a Russian one of those. 16. I should remember this card, but I don't. Choking Restraints. Can't attack or block. 5 mana, exile enchanted creature. Okay. 108. Thraben Foulbloods. Has +1/+1 a menace as long as you have Delirium. Wolfkin Bond, put a +1, or gives enchanted creature +2/+2. When it comes into play, create a 2/2 wolf. Let's see, 139. Prophetic Ravings. Enchant creature, it has haste and tap, discard a card, draw a card. 35. Lunarch Mantle. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2 and has 1. Sacrifice a permanent. Which gains flying until end of turn. Yep. This is the cultist, Exultant Cultist. When it dies, draw a card. It's the Escalade card that gives +3/+0 and first strike. This card, I remember the card was really good. Campaign of Vengeance. Whenever a creature you control attacks, defending player loses a life and you gain a life. The card was really good and sealed. 29. Give no ground. Target creature gets +2/+6 until end of turn. It can block any number of creatures this turn. remember this card being good. Incendiary Flow. 3 damage, sorcery, 3 damage to target creature or player. If creature dealt damage, this way would die, exile it. Hey, Eldritch Evolution. Nice. Oh, there's an additional cost to cast it. Sacrifice a creature. Search your library for a creature card with converted mana cost X or less, where X is 2, plus the sacrificed creature's converted mana cost. Put that card onto the battlefield, and shuffle your library. Exile it. One of the best cards in the set. Also, 12 bucks. Jesus. Wow. Flip card. Nip token. And an Eldritch Horror. Nice. What the heck is that? Alright, on to Hour of Devastation. We've got some good pulls this time around. Alright, we have some Eternalized card. Not sure. I'm pretty sure that's the Kenra, though. Well, it's a Mythic. 52. That is Unesh. Cryosphinx Sovereign. Oh, it's $1. Flying. Sphinx spells you cast cost 2 less. Whenever it or another Sphinx enters the battlefield under your control, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. An opponent separates those cards into 2 piles. Put one pile into your hand and the other in your graveyard. So it turns all your Sphinxes into... So it makes all your Sphinxes cheaper and turns them all into Factor Fiction. Is this one of the good ones? Let's see, 152. Appeal to Authority. So no. Our creature gets trample and plus X, where it's the number of creatures you control, then tap up to 2 target creatures you control gain vigilance and... Oh. Tap up to 2 creatures your opponent controls. Creatures you control gain vigilance until end of turn. Let's see, 8. This is Desert's Hold. Enchant creature if you when it enters the battlefield, if you control a desert or there's a desert in your graveyard, gain 3 life. Enchanted creature can't attack or block, and its activated abilities can't be activated. Okay. 45. Sinuous Striker? Yeah, Sinuous Striker. For blue, it gets +1, -1 till end of turn. Eternalize for 3 and a blue. Strategic planning. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, 1 in your hand, 2 in your graveyard. This is one of the deserts. Let's see, 184. Survivor's Encampment. Tap for a colorless, tap an untapped creature you control, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. It's a desert. That's the camel. Let's see, 182. Wretched Camel. When it dies, if you control a desert or there's a desert in your graveyard, target player discards a card. 34. Sidewinder Naga. As long as you control a desert or there's a desert in your graveyard, it gets +1/+0 and it's trample. 29. It is Aerial Guide. When it attacks another target creature you control, gains flying until end of turn. 64. Grizzly Survivor. Whenever you cycle or discard a card, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. That actually still sees play in Pauper. Let's see, 84. It's Blur of Blades. Put a -1/-1 counter on target creature. Blur of Blades deals 2 damage to that creature's controller. 14. That is Godpharaoh's Faithful. Whenever you cast a blue, black, or red spell, you gain a life. 101 is Kindled Fury. Target creature gets +1/+1, or +1/+0 and gains first strike until end of turn. And 5, Haven of Enduring Hope. When it enters the battlefield, you gain 3 life. Very cool. Alright, now on to Rivals of Ixalan. We have a Japanese pack, and then we have a Korean pack. Alright. We have an insect token, I think? Yeah, insect token. Mountain. What is this? Let's see, 42. That is Kamina's Awakening. Ascend. At the beginning of your upkeep, each player draws a card. If you have the city's blessing instead, only you draw a card. Oh, nice. Oh, that is Golden City's Blessing, I think? It's the one that deals, or that gives everything -2/-2 and also has Ascend. 73. Golden Demise. That's it. All creatures get -2/-2 until end turn. If you have the City's Blessing, only creatures your opponents control get -2/-2. Excuse me. 9, that is Forerunner of the Legion. When it enters the battlefield, you may search the library for a vampire card, reveal it, shuffle your library, and put that card on top. Whenever another vampire enters the battlefield under your control, target creature gets +1/+1 till end of turn. It's a monkey. Let's see, 109. Pirate's Pillage. There's an additional cost to cast it. Discard a card. Draw 2 cards. And create 2 treasure tokens. This is as a sorcery. So this is a strictly worse big score. This was the big score before big score was around. Oh, this one was really good. Relentless Firebrand, I believe. 101. Fanatical Firebrand. Yeah, that's it. Haste. Tap, sack it, deal 1 damage to target creature or player. Monkey! Another monkey! Goblin Trailblazer, Goblin Pirate. Yeah, but it's a monkey. It's a goblin, but it's a monkey. Just a menace. 2/1 for 2. 4. It's Cleansing Ray. Choose 1, destroy target vampire, destroy target enchantment. 93. It's Bombard. 4 damage to target creature. 122. Aggressive Urge. +1/+1 till end of turn. Draw a card. 7. Exultant Sky Marcher. Flyer for 3. Oh, this gives -2. This was a good card. 79. Moment of Craving. Target creature gets -2/-2 until end of turn. You gain 2 life. That's it. 43. Mistcloaked Herald. Can't be blocked. 1/1. 69. Nice. Dust Charger. Ascend +2/+2 as long as you have the city's blessing. And this was fairly good too. This was Kitesail Corsair. Flying as long as it's attacking. Yep. Very cool. And our last one, the Korean Rivals of Ixalan. For Frilled Death Spitter, Enrage, deal 2 damage to target opponent. This is the one that gives, when it attacks, it gives flying to another attacking creature, and it has flying. 27. Sun-Crested Pterodon. It's vigilance as long as you control another dinosaur. That's it. It's the Mist Herald. It's a 1/1, can't be blocked. 132. Party Veteran. As long as it's your turn, it gets +0/+2. Let's see. 89. That is Vampire Revenant. It's a flyer for 4. 38. Knight of the Stampede. Dinosaur spells you cast cost 2 less. Very nice. This is that one that I can never remember the name of it. It has Ascend. And it gets +3/+0 as long as you have the city's blessing. 3. It is Stubborn Sentry. That's it. Kitesail Corsair has flying as long as it's attacking. Traveler's Amulet, sack to look for a basic, put it into your hand. Ho ho ho! Pitiless Plunderer. This card's like $12. Yeah. Yeah, it's $12. Nice. This card costs more than almost every mythic in the set. And it's an uncommon. It's also a busted uncommon. It's tap land for Green Black. 72. Forerunner of the Coalition. As a battlefield, you may search your library for a pirate card, reveal it, then shuffle your library and put that on top. Whenever another pirate enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. Okay. Nezahal. Primal Hunger. Can't be countered. Or Primal Tide, not Primal Hunger. Can't be countered. You have no maximum hand size. Whenever an opponent casts a non-creature spell, draw a card. Discard 3 cards. Exile it. Return to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. And a Foil Mountain. Holy crap! This was a great pack. And Nezahal is $3, so this pack was over $15. And we got Plains and a Bug token. Very cool. Well, that was awesome. And we're going to put the Pitiless Plunderer in a sleeve. I think that's actually our second Korean Pitiless Plunderer. I know that's at least our second Pitiless Plunderer. I think that's our second Korean one. Which is pretty sweet. All right. Well, thank you for joining me on this adventure. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. It is the best way to help out the channel in a non-monetary fashion at no cost to yourself. It just takes a couple seconds. So, yeah. And as always, until next time, stay awesome. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks. Bye.